Welcome to our laundry. So I've been asked for a laundry routine from one person because Christy from This Mum at Home did all about how the laundry works in their house, and I thought I'd share because also I wanted to share how we do things being frugal, Australian, yeah. And it's probably not much different than other people, but I like to share, what can I say? So this is our laundry room slash mud room. I don't really ever call it a mud room, but this is one of the main doors from outside in. So this is where in winter, if you come inside, muddy shoes or whatnot, they all get left here. This area right now is a hot mess with laundry. The cupboards you saw me declutter a couple of months ago, they are in a bit of a hickledy-pickledy as well. I'll show you some bits of it, but everything is always a work in progress. First of all we own is a washing machine. I don't own a dryer because we live in Australia, we have the sun, we have undercover if I need to put anything outside, not that I really would undercover, but we have all the clothes horses in the lounge room. And we're pretty organized enough with laundry that, you know, we wouldn't wash something because we need it the next day. If it was winter, we give it time to dry. So it would just go in the lounge room on the clothes horses. The heater is there, we could always blast that if we needed it to dry. Everything else goes outside. Also the fact, this is a super old house. This house was built in 1955. And the walls are, I think, a Besser brick. And the last time we tried to drill into a wall to put a cabinet in the toilet, part of the wall just crumbled. So I don't really think it would be structurally sound enough to actually hold a dryer. Also, the last dryer that we had in the unit when we first got married, it just stopped working after about 12 months or so, just outside of warranty. And it just seemed to make the area very humidity. And it didn't seem to dry the clothes very well, and there seemed to be a lot of condensation on the wall, which I know happens with dryers. We don't have any ventilation in this room either, except for opening the door, so it's not really an ideal place to actually have a dryer as it is. We keep most of the laundry products on the shelf because we're lazy, that's all there is. I do keep putting it back in the cupboard, but someone will just leave it out. So we just leave it there because it's what happens. I still have products from PR from over a year ago. I just keep forgetting to use them, so they'll sit there. We normally use a home brand, either Coles, Woolworths or Aldi, and what I did is date to see how long it took us to get through everything. I do have this one because it was part of a mystery shopping job through field agent, and I had to go in there and purchase this, say why it stood out on shelf, and then they refunded me the purchase of this. I think I earned 50 cents on top of it, but basically free laundry liquid. Talked about the marketing that I saw and what I liked about it and what made this stand out the most against everything else. So if you ever see anything brand name, it's probably why, that it's either been sent to me in PR or I got it through free through mystery shopping or some sort of promotional thing. We'll take you through the laundry cupboard as well, and you can see that. Here is the laundry cupboard, and it was here when we moved into the house, and it's great for space. So this side has all of the shelves and this side is just an empty cupboard, and I'm still figuring out what to do. We have a hot mess down there of everything I've pulled out because I've been cleaning around the house as well. This, as you see, it's very yellow. It was all tiled here. The laundry sink was already here, has a little door. There is some storage under there. It's not very good. We just keep some old cleaning things in there. Part of that is broken, but that works totally fine. The only thing with this laundry sink is there's no plug. This is completely flat, so I can't ever put a plug in there to soak. So I would ideally love to get this replaced one day so I could use it as a sink for when I do my strip washing. but it is what it is. I probably need to replace soon that this is the hose that then the outlet runs outside, and we do have a tap that we can click it off if we want the water to run into the garden, or we just click it for it to run down into the drain. This is our washing machine. It's about 3 years old. It is a hire. We got it from the Good Guys. It was about $800. My mum actually purchased this for me as a couple of Christmas and birthday presents combined. When we were in the Good Guys, I said to the assistant, you need to sell this to my son because my son needs to be able to operate this machine. So she basically just says it gets turned on, you pick your settings, you can move this to whatever words, and then press start. So it's been a very straightforward machine. We will usually put the water down low if it's just underwear or something like that, and we always wash on cold. I don't actually even have the hot water connected. I have pretty much never washed with hot water. It just is what it is. I don't worry too much about the spin. It takes care of itself with all these other buttons. We tend just to wash it on this one cycle as a mix, to be honest. I have washed sheets and towels on the setting, but for anything else, I haven't really ever worried about it. I have had a drum clean before. It takes about 2 hours from memory, yeah. And it's just stop start. Once you start it as well, the lid will lock. So if you find a sock or a pair of underwear that you need to throw in there, you will need to press pause for the lid to be able to open. I like that this washing machine doesn't have a middle agitator, so we've been able to wash the really big blankets, pillows, and other things like that. The drawer that's here, it's simple. It does come out. I can't get it out, but these come out also for easy cleaning. And it's really easy just to pour the detergent in there. We don't ever use fabric softener. Sometimes I'll put vinegar in there if I'm washing towels, but that's pretty rare. The filters that are on here are very grubby, but they just click open. I can't do it one-handed, and you just clean out all the filter that's there. I have scrubbed this washing machine. There we go. I have cleaned this washing machine too before in another video, but from time to time I do wipe it down because you can see all the dust and stuff that gets in there. And also when I see the side of the drum isn't shiny, I'll often just give it a little bit of a scrub. You can remove this middle piece. You could undo the screw to take this apart if you wanted to clean it. I'm not very game to do that. The last washing machine we had was either a Westinghouse or a Samson. I cannot remember. I do remember though that I took it apart in one of the final lockdowns in 2020, and it started making weird noises after that, and it kind of just died. So we got a new machine. Don't take things apart. I wanted to clean it. I saw everyone else on YouTube cleaning it, and I thought, yeah, that looks good. But then when I put it back, I couldn't figure out where half the things go. It was over 20 years old anyway. It was probably very ready to give up the ghost. I still would have really liked to have taken apart and seen on the inside and maybe even kept the drum. But the agitator that we had right down in the middle of it, like this machine, was a nut. And we had no long screwdriver to be able to undo it. So when they delivered this one, they took the old one away with them. So that was really easy. This is our laundry cupboard, and as you see, it just has a conglomerate of stuff and a mess. We need to sort that out. It's pretty simple. We have just got all of our cleaning things here for the dishwasher, and then the kitchen things. There's hand stuff, some things I have for the strip washing, and then down there is all the laundry liquids and anything else that we need for cleaning. As far as laundry routines go, it's when people are organized or need to do their own washing. Everyone in the house is responsible for doing their own washing. It's not mum. The only thing I do except for my own washing, I will wash the bed sheets and I wash the towels. My daughter does load of towels every now and again, also tea towels, anything that needs washing. Anyone will help with anything. So if I was to say, can someone please hang out that washing, I'm not going to get back in time, they'll help. If I ask someone to bring the washing in, then they will. So everyone is hands-on when they need to be or they're asked to be, but individually it's up to each person to do their washing when they feel that they need to. This is how I personally and accurately work out what the weather's going to be with when I should hang out the washing. I will stand outside and look at the sky. Hubby can look at that weather map and go, it's going to rain in 12 minutes. I am not that talented, so yeah, I thought I'd add a bit of humour. These are the pegs that we use. They're heavy duty. They have like a plastic cover on them. We did get these from Coles. They were $6.99 for the big pack, and we've got blue ones. There's also some grey ones, and we also have some plain metal ones too that don't have the plastic covering. My daughter uses the clothes horses inside the house because she cannot stand the texture of the wooden pegs. She's not too bad with these plastic covered pegs, so that works really well for when I need help. But with the towel, she'll often just fold it in half. Now, I promised that I would share with you the 3 different ways that I deal with a fitted sheet. So first of all, we have my son's single bed sheet that's here. So the idea is that, a fitted sheet has corners. So you pick up the fitted sheet and you stick your hands in either corner of the smaller side of the bed, and then you flip it over so it makes a point. You then put the points together and then you stretch out the other side, so then it basically creates a sheet that is a flat line. You're not dealing with material. I know this doesn't look the best, but it is the theory behind how to fold a fitted sheet. I learned this from Martha Stewart. You can also fold part of this onto a bed. I often will on the queen size bed, and you just keep folding, and then it's easier just to be able to fold up and then to stick into the cupboard. Some people will store their pillowcases inside the fitted sheet, so then it's all as one set. It's not entirely neat, but it's good enough while I'm standing here. Here is option number 2. So again, you grab it, find the corners, flip it over, fold the points together, and then roll it because you figure this is just totally frustrating, and then you go and shove it into a cupboard. The queen size bed sheets are exactly the same. Find the points, flip them over, create the straight lines. You can fold the points together and then get frustrated halfway through and just roll it up and then shove it in the cupboard. I will sometimes take the sheet inside and lay it down on the bed so I can try and stretch it and make it a little bit neater, just so it fits in the cupboard. Otherwise it just gets tangled up. If you have 2 people, it works really well because you can keep a little bit of tension as you're folding, and then that way it will look a little bit neater as well. I have tried so many methods to be able to fold a fitted sheet on my own, including sticking it on my head, because I thought at one point that would be a really good anchor point, so then I could find the corners really easily and fold it. Oh, also, I knew there was a couple of pegs in here, so this is me trying to squeeze through the blanket and find where the peg was. Otherwise, the peg was just going to end up folded in the cupboard, and not that I mind, but sometimes when pegs end up inside the house, then they stay for weeks on end. They never make it back outside, and I know it's only one peg, but you do this every washing cycle and you're soon not going to have any pegs. The third way to deal with a fitted sheet is to just grab it from the line and walk it straight inside the house and remake the bed, because we only have 2 sets of bed sheets per bed. I just find it easier because mostly I can wash and dry the sheets on the same day, so it is just a little bit quicker to be able to do that. So here's our linen cupboard with our beautifully folded fitted sheet. It's not perfect, but you know what, it fits, and it's a whole lot better than just the random rolled up sheet that I have. So I have attempted to fold it a little bit, and sometimes I'll play around with it and neaten it up, but generally it's about as good as it's going to look until a few weeks later when it ends up looking like this. What can I say? So if you have any questions about how we do the laundry, let me know. I know it's a super weird video, but people are always interested in what other people do and how and why, and I thought I'd share because I do have international viewers and people do often ask me, don't you have a dryer, how does that work? So they're really good questions actually, and I'm glad that I get to be able to share with you. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.